know, maybe him becoming emotional about something. Maybe like him telling you his childhood story, and he start becoming emotional about it. And so I wouldn't know.
Never.
Seriously.
With this beauty,
No.
it's hard to, at least when you look at me, you can be like, this one, hey, has it hard, learn to get a girl. But look at him. Two, one. Mic check 1 2. So Buhle lokuthetha ixesha lokuza apha. So lokunzima okanye kulo.
Me process it like roller coaster.
Yeah.
No.
Angizoba serious.
Sisathetha sisathetha nje ungamizi ya.
Okay.
So we have like random questions for Rihanna. First question: what's the worst thing you had done to make your ex jealous?
I don't know, ignored him the whole week.
Ooh.
And not speak to him
At all?
at all, like a full week.
What was the cause? He cheated
No, he did not. He just didn't want to apologize.
for cheating.
Not for cheating,
Oh,
but
sorry.
for not paying attention and not having like clear communication
Okay.
of why, let's say, if we said we were gonna meet up, we don't meet up.
Yeah.
So not having clear communication. So yeah, I just ignored him.
Oh, ish, guys, make sure you communicate with these ladies, eh? So number 2, what's the worst food you ever ate on a night out?
Sushi.
Ooh, is it?
I hate sushi.
What about sushi? Because sushi makes your other places move.
I don't know about that.
That's what I heard.
But I don't know even if it's the place I ate it from, but it was horrible.
That's what I
And when I ate it, that was something it just became worse and worse.
Anyway, third question is, what's the worst pillow talk you ever heard from a guy? Should I expand?
No, maybe him. I don't know, maybe him becoming emotional about something. Maybe like him telling you his childhood story, and he start becoming emotional about it. And that's okay. That's not the time and place for that.
Yeah. You didn't read the room, basically. Okay. Fourth question: what made you so special in the person that you are with now?
No, not dating. So
I
wouldn't know.
Never.
Seriously.
With this beauty,
No.
it's hard to, at least when you look at me, you can be like, this one, hey, has it hard, learn to get a girl. But look at her, man, she's white. Is it?
No, I'm not dating at the
Is it?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
No.
Guys not chasing.
No,
Or maybe the right guys are not chasing.
no right guys at the moment. Just bunch of is.
Yeah, yellow bones. You better make this territory. She's yours. You know us blacks most are not. Yeah, in line with the white ones. Okay, last question, right? What's the worst program you've ever saw on the tech space? Like with this program, you're like, I don't know what they did here, but it's horrible.
What program? In terms of it.
Softwares. Which software you feel like, this one was working pap?
Okay, for me, I feel like PHP, because it's a programming language. I don't like it. I don't like its syntax and the way it, with the flow and look of the syntax and the language. I don't like PHP. So I think PHP is one of the programming languages that I I don't like at all.
Sakubonani Dumelanga Buhle. Hello, gama lami nguSiyabulela Makalengisi. La mfana kathiwa xa ezalwa akasemhlola mnana siyabulela ngaye. As you know, okay guys, this is Underdogs Glorified. As you can see next to me, Anyami Nodwa. I always have beautiful guests and they have an amazing story to unpack for you to learn. Anyway, as you can see, Usisi Mhlophe, man, she looks fresh, unlike me, you understand, and she's here to give her testimony about the journey it took into the tech industry. Anyway, Siswam, we just want to say thank you for coming into our show, and this is Underdogs Glorified. We want to give you your flowers while you are still alive, and we want to say we glorify your journey, the things that you had achieved in this journey of tech, right? So there's someone out there who's looking at you and be like, are there women in tech? So can you please just give us a brief about your background, where you come from, what's your name, uzalwa ngubani if possible, and yeah, why are you here on the show?
Okay. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be in this platform. So my name is Buhle, Qampi. I come from the township Nyanga. I'm the eldest of 4 children. Stay with both my mother and father. So basically that's my background in terms of family. School-wise, I did my primary in Nyanga, also in Jompama Primary School. I did my high school in Feseka High School, which is based in Buhle too. And then afterwards, I've been tertiary, pursuing maybe tertiary education further, but yes, because so straight after matric, I pursued a diploma in civil engineering, for instance. But as many circumstances arise, and also me not having enough passion for me to pursue this career further, I dropped off after a 1-4 year studying, and then I went to do another qualification, which was econometrics, which consists of maths, mathematical sciences, actuarial science, and statistics. So basically, also that after doing that course for 2 years, I didn't love passion. In a way, it didn't prove as a good thing of me hopping from career to career. But what I have always tried to make people understand is I was just looking for someone that resonates with me, because basically I'm a person who likes to learn, like regularly, learn new things. Knowledge, always enrich my knowledge. So basically those 2 careers for me, they just seem static. They're not changing, they're just there. Nothing changes. If there was a principle that was taught in maths like 100 years ago, it's still static. So I was looking for something dynamic that over time always change. So I was looking for a career like that. So basically that is what that's basically my background, family background, school background, and maybe what prompted me to find myself in the tech space. Yeah,
that's nice, man, to hear the fact that you've been hopping around on certain industries, and then you felt like, okay, maybe these were not yours, but you finally found your passion and your love in terms of what you want to do with your life, and you are still at it, right? So just going back a little bit, you said you are a girl from four. You have 4 siblings. You're the 4th one, yeah. So how was it?
The first one.
You are the first.
Yes, eldest.
So that's crazy. So how are you perceived at home by your siblings now that you are in this industry, and how was your relationship with them growing up?
Yeah, so everybody knows being the first kid is not an easy role to partake in, especially even when you're also female, in terms of now being that proper role model for those younger siblings after you. So at home, I've always been perceived as, wanting to be the role model. My parents prompted me to be a role model, even be discouraged when I say, no, I'm dropping off tertiary because of this and this. they're like, no, you can't because you're the role model. There's younger kids after you look up to you. You have to, yes, you have to actually set the stepping stone for them, so they know that it's possible. If you can do it, for sure they can also do it. So it's been really hard. It faces its own challenges, but at the same time, it gives you the motivation when you're outside in the world to be like, okay, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm actually doing this for people back at home. So basically, it is an encouragement in a way of what are you doing, whatever you're doing in life. What are you pursuing? What is the reason? Who is the motivation? So it has been like that, highs and lows of being the first child, but at the same time, the support system back at home has been phenomenal. They've always supported me. Yes, we may not have agreed on many things because I'm very stubborn at times, but they've been very supportive of every step that I take. And even when I told them about coding, like, I'm doing coding, I'm serious about it, they were like, okay, we are going to support you. You don't even know what's this. And I've been constantly explaining to them what is coding, time in and time in again, until they got the grasp and just know what coding is exactly. But yeah, they've been very supportive. Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing, man, to hear the fact that you have a good support structure, because some of us are in need of that, especially when you are in business. So based on your parents, which learnings did you take the most? Like, you felt like, yeah, well, mom here really inspired me to go further with what I'm doing, right? Because someone out there needs a motivation, right? But what are those key moments your mom said to you, or maybe your parents, both of them, said, okay, Buhle, maybe these words encouraged you to never give up? What are those words, if you can remember them?
My parents have always told me to not be apologetic, because I feel like sometimes when we have, I wouldn't say, I feel like when we have, like, God gave us the ability most to learn and to have the power to learn and the power to do stuff. But they always told me to be not apologetic, because the people from outside, they're not going to always be your best allies in terms of your progress. So they always told me to never be apologetic for your strides, for your achievements and your accolades. And also they always taught me that basically you're not in a competition with anyone. You're just in a competition with yourself. And the more and more, like day by day, the one thing you should consider is being the better version of yourself that you were yesterday. So yeah, so basically that.
I would love to say that you are really fortunate in this lifetime to still have both your parents and them showing you support in terms of what you want to do, especially when you are the eldest. Because I've been taught that as the eldest, your parents were just learning how to be a parent with you, so they were getting better and better when they had more kids, right? So as the first, you are always like the test subject, so they are perfect on the last one. So how's your relationship with the last one? Does your mom feel like, we should be more lenient on the last one and you should be a role model because of now we have the last one and we're not able now to be role models ourselves to the last one, so you should take the baton and be the role model? So how's your relationship with the last one, and like what do you think people should do as the first, and how to treat like the last one?
So the last one is sorry, the last one is my sister. So basically she's there's a huge age difference, and also now in terms of your question, they're more or less lenient on her. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're more or less lenient on her in terms of like the treatment is not the same, and I feel like as children we should. Sometimes it's very hard to grasp that notion of a parent's not going to treat the first or the second and the third, the last, the same way. I think that the moment we realize that parents are not going to treat the kids the same way, not to say that the other one they're going to be treated very badly, but as they become parents more and more. They just decide, and also with age, also because our parents, they say if they have the third, fourth child, they are more like grown up now. So also they still don't have that same energy they had when they had their firstborn. So my relationship with all my siblings is very good. Yeah, it's very good, and yeah, I'm just the exemplary figure to them, and it's really hard sometimes because now I'm human. And I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna be perfect at all.
That's true.
But my relationship with them is very okay. Yeah. So basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice, man. Like I've been sitting around here trying to think who dressed you up today, because you look amazing, man. Like I've been seeing that from inside. Now I'm looking at you. I'm like, yeah, man, how wrong I am. You have to give her a compliment. Man, who dressed you up and who usually dresses you up? Because you always look amazing, and I just want to give props to the person who dressed you up and did your makeup, if you did any makeup.
I usually style myself.
Is it?
Yes, I usually style myself. Yes.
Oh, is it? So is that something you got from your parents? Styling yourself up, were they stylish growing up, or is it you just being
It's a mix. It's a mixture of both. Because I also take influences for like what's been happening in terms of fashion and style. So I take a lot of inspiration maybe from the people that I follow as fashion icons, for example. So it's a mixture of both. Because my parents.
Fashion icons.
Okay, yeah, but my parents being the number one, like fashion, like especially my mother, like she knows how to dress. So she taught me that to dress and also to where to find like proper clothes, and just mix. And also my fashion icons range from like Rihanna and Rihanna and other people basically. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, do you have a celebrity crush?
No.
Never, you never did?
No.
You always crushed on Rihanna, right? Yo, especially in 2009. And she sang, "Under my umbrella." Yo, I was like, yo, this lady, yeah, really hot. But I'm so glad, man, to connect with you today, especially that you are coming from the township as a cast. But I had a conversation yesterday, which will lead me to my next question, with my friend, Usaid, who's behind the camera, right? So we're speaking about kids who were sharp looking in high school, now turned drug addicts. And those who were not looking sharp in high school are now slay queens.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
I've noticed that.
Yeah, so when were you like, they're not so sharp? And then today you are so sharp, or what was it? Was it your thing to be this sharp?
Oh, at high school, I was always I don't want to sound cocky, man, but at high school, I always been like the top achiever. In high school, I got every award, I got every accolade, basically in every subject. So
wow, with Einstein,
so I always was a top achiever at high school. Yeah.
So which high school was this?
Fezeka
High School. Ooh, Fezeka had.
And Fezeka was the best like high school back at the day, because it produced like the best like people who are very influential now in terms of
So you're also influential also in the tech space. So what subjects did you take at the time in your high school days?
I did maths and physical sciences, so basically maths and sciences at high school. Yes.
So did you always dream to be on the tech side?
No. Growing up, after I've chosen those subjects, maths and science, I've always wanted to be like a doctor.
Is it?
Yeah, doctor or a lawyer, like one of those jobs.
Yeah.
But when after matric, I realized, oh no, because the medicine field is very competitive. So now even if my marks were good, they couldn't measure up to the other like kids around the country. So after that, now I was very confused of what career I wanted to pursue. That's why now I was hoping one career to another, because I'm just testing this one out and be like, okay, it doesn't work. Test another one out and just it's not working. Yeah.
Is it? Sure. I don't wanna lie. I don't know what I wanted to be at that time. I still can't remember, but now I'm into business. So I'm not sure whether our parents always wanted their black kids to be lawyers and doctors, or maybe it is in us too because they brought us to this earth having that mindset. But you, while you are in high school, right, you have this dream that you want to go there. Where are your friends in this time? Like, are you easy to make friends? What's happening with you in high school? Like, you are a top achiever, you want to be a doctor, but you didn't pursue that dream. Someone influenced you not to do that, or maybe something sparked your mindset, or maybe put a spark in you, right? To say, okay, if you are not going to pursue this, maybe this is right. So who influenced you on that side? Was it your friends? Who are your friends? Like, are you a social person? Just what's happening at that time?
You at high school, I struggled a lot to make friends.
Mm.
I was not very social. I was very shy. I kept to myself a lot. I didn't have friends. Even the friends I had in high school, it was like one or two friends. I didn't have large amounts of friends because I was very shy at the time, and also I was too focused in school to the point that I didn't want any distractions, because I know if I have friends, we're gonna talk about going out, we're gonna talk about boys. So I like limited all those stuff at the time of having friends. So I didn't have a lot of friends. I started having friends after high school, and also I started like bursting my bubble of not being shy after high school. In high school I was I didn't want a lot of
I've seen you a couple of times.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen your personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny, hey, that you can be this amazing while back you were not.
Yeah.
It's a big shift, and I believe that the spaces that we put ourselves in sometimes get us to be where we want to be, or sometimes push us to move back in our dreams, right? So you come from the township, so
Yeah.
we are speaking to people who are in Africa, overseas in this podcast, right? So if you had to paint a picture for them, the life of a girl in the township, what would you describe it like?
I would say a life of a girl in the township is really they dream a lot. They have a lot of aspirations and goals and dreams that they one day would want to achieve, né? But they don't have enough role model figures around to look up to, especially in the township, because I don't lie, we can't truly relate in the like media and say, okay, I look up to this person, I look up to Oprah, I look up to this and this. But sometimes you need that role model to be very close to you, to be in the township, to spark just a eagerness to achieve something, and eagerness to do things maybe like them. Because I feel like some people, when they look up to role models, they want someone maybe they can mimic, maybe they have strong discipline into achieving things. So in the township we kind of let people like that, like role models that we can look up to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so I don't know what to say, man. Like in terms of the fact that you said there are no role models in the class, and then which means that there's little hope that someone can achieve great things while they are coming from the township. So what kept you going in life, man? If the environment is that toxic, and the fact that no one dreams around you, nobody wants to achieve greatness, and then you are subjected to be like others, right? So what kept you going? Yeah, you were smart, but was that enough, or what was happening?
Yeah, it was never enough in terms of now you have execution is very important. You can dream all you want, you can dream all you want and just wish all the good things to maybe come off a certain circumstance that you may face at home in your life, but you just need to do the little steps per day amount to a whole lot of change in your life. So you just have to start, because I think one thing that kept me going is, no, maybe I can be the person that they like in my township. Maybe I could be that person. Maybe the younger generations behind me need a person like me. Maybe my purpose in life was to be that change maker that the young ones can look up to. So you just maybe strive to be the person that they can look up to, the younger ones. because the youth now it's there's little, it needs a lot of fixing, because I feel like we draw a lot of attention from the wrong things. Basically, we draw attention and inspiration and influence from your social media, of which is, that's not real life. It's very superficial, but when you tell them that, they don't believe that, and they don't even know it's not real what's happening. What people post, what their thoughts, because everyone now posts or does content just to get validation from the other person. It's never a mirror of real life, because so basically making sure that you are that father, you are that exemplary figure for the younger generation that come after you.
Is it hard to bring that in this lifetime? Like, do you think it's achievable to be that exemplary person to the young?
It is achievable, but it's not easy. I don't think it's gonna come easy, because, as I've said, people like the youth especially, because I feel like there's not much we can do about the old people, and at least people who are in the mid ages. But the youth is what we thrive all the time in our townships to make sure that they bring about change, because it's the younger people that need to bring about change. So it's possible. The youth just needs to come together. Like, people who think like-minded, they need to just come together and just be on a formidable force of tackling these issues, because it's very much possible.
I believe you, especially that you come from the township, and the fact that you are faced with these situations on a daily basis, right? And now you do have a solution. So from your end, right, do you think today's youth are going to make good wives?
That is a
Or good husbands?
Yeah, it goes both ways now, because it goes both ways. But it's the same thing. I feel a lot of people are not gonna admit it, of things that are in the media and social media is not influencing them, but they do, because we read a lot of Indodamas, and now in real life those things are not true. We believe a lot of believing that, okay, I'm not gonna date someone if they're unemployed, but in the townships, broke guys are really have girlfriends. So it's a problem from both genders. We need to be true with each other and real with each other of what actually do we want, because for males, it's one thing about males want this perfect idealistic wife material, who's gonna have children, and essentially gonna be the first one to have children with this woman. But my guy, you already have 7 kids of your own from different mothers. So what you're looking for outside is not even a true reflection of what you're doing. So you can't be looking for this pure woman who doesn't even have children, who's gonna have children from by you only, but you are a baby daddy to basically every woman in every street. So I feel like the solution is just be a true reflection of what you want. The person that you want has to be a reflection of you. If you're not taking good care of yourself, you're not taking good care of you, basically, how can you find someone who can take good care of you? So take care of yourself to be taken care of by someone else. Start from you.
I think I know now why you can have a boyfriend. I think it's clear. Because you have this consciousness with you, right? So in the township, man, I know life is rough, and we have facing the situations whereby men and women are fighting each other. We have these unrealistic dreams and things that we reflect on others, which is bad for the environment or for the offspring, right? So Ekasi, you decided when to make something out of your life, right? And you decided that tech is the space that will bring life, or maybe the purpose that you are brought for in this earth. So give us the story behind them. When did you discover tech, and how did you even discover it?
So it was basically after I dropped out of university for the second time. So I was at home doing nothing for basically like 6, 7 months. I was very, in a way, I wanted a break. To be quite honest, tertiary studies are very stressful. They're very stressful, especially now when you're faced with that. If at home, maybe there isn't enough, if let's say even at home there's financial issues. So sometimes you'll be like, yeah, I'm studying, but ish, what if I had a job? What if I had I earned money better, like rather of not studying? So 2 years, after I dropped out of tertiary, that's when I discovered coding. So it was after those like 7 months now, 8 months of not having a job, of not having school that I'm enrolled in. Then I was like, no man, I just need to research further. What do I want to do from here onwards? What do I want with my life? Because I've acknowledged that the two careers that I did, they didn't align with me. They're not very passionate about them. I don't see myself doing those careers. I don't even envision myself in the future of me being there and doing those jobs the way that I should, as anyone who should do a job. So for me, I started seeing coding boot camps. I researched, and then find out there was like many coding boot camps around South Africa. Then now I narrowed my search now to, let's say, coding boot camps in Cape Town, and then came up with those names. So the first time I got exposed to now coding was me registering for a coding boot camp and being accepted and going to this 1 week boot camp by their offices. So I attended there like for a full week. And at the time I remember I learned, I did the coding bootcamp using Python, which is a programming language, one of the programming language. So at that,
but it was a snake. Yes.
it is a snake, but it's named after it's named after the snake. So I attended that 1 week coding bootcamp, and the bootcamp where we did Python. Python was it showed us flames, but it was a good atmosphere because it was very intense. Everything was learned quickly. You should learn 5, 6, 7 things at the same time, and also people were helping each other. I like that, and I was like, this is good. People are helping each other. You don't get stuck doing your whole thing, being focused on your own like computer alone for the whole day. People are moving around. People are asking help, and I'm like, no man, this is a good place. Although I was not successful in that coding bootcamp at the time, after the results came back that they didn't accept me. But it was okay because after that I researched further and further and went to YouTube. I feel like YouTube is a beautiful space. There's a lot you could do with YouTube. You just need to know what to look for, where to go, who to search for, what platforms. There's a lot of channels that are very, very, very educational and very you can learn a lot from. So from then onwards now I was self-taught myself coding. So basically now I was strengthening my skill in Python basically. And then whilst doing that, I'm still researching other coding bootcamps because now I need a stable coding bootcamp that I can say, okay, I can learn for so and so months. I researched. Okay, I came up to this coding bootcamp and I applied. After I applied, okay, I got accepted. Now starting maybe a month later from that time. So I started a month later from that time, and then now that coding bootcamp was 12 months. So yeah, so that's where I learned about everything from there, like from your basics. What is a computer? What is a hardware? What is a what? And also from I started learning from what is a computer, what is a hardware, what is a software, and also every other programming languages that are there, and also many tools that are very essential to look for. So yeah, so I learned everything. The first 6 months I learned everything in that coding bootcamp, like from HTML, CSS, your Node, your APIs, your databases. So everything in that 6 months time. That 6 months of actually me learning everything. Then we did a 6 months of internship, and then now it was based in one of their web agencies in their offices. So that 6 months was now gaining the experience, the real life experience of working in a tech space, and what you should do, like work in teams, because that's one thing that's very important in the tech space, working in teams. As much as you can be very well, you can be well skilled technically alone, working alone, but if you can't work in teams, that's not a good trait to have. So you have to work in teams, because you work in teams a lot to do projects, because there will never be a case where you build a project alone. It's not realistic in the tech space. So you're gonna always work in team, always make sure you're very communication wise you're good. You can communicate with your teammates, and there's enough also clear knowledge of who's doing what and what, because now there's different roles to teams in tech space, because another person can be a designer. That means they're going to be designing the application. Let's say you guys are going to be building, and the other person is going to be a developer, and also the developer is now it's divided maybe into two parts. The front end, so the front end now is going to do the look and feel of the website. For example, let's say it's a website, they're gonna do the look and feel of the website. Okay. Yeah, the front end is gonna do the look and feel of the website, like what you see when you click this button, this happens. Okay. But now who's responsible for why when you click this button it goes to there is the back end, who deals with the logic behind closed doors, behind the website. So the back-end developer is responsible for making the logic work, why the buttons need to be to when you click to this button, and when you press this call to action, it goes to this. Yeah, and then the front end is just that person, the colors. So basically they take up on the design of the designer, but also modify. Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, so basically, so after now I was at that bootcamp, and the 12 months have finished of that bootcamp. Now I was placed externally. That's where I got my first IT job.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where
hey, it's a man.
Yes. That's where I got my first IT job. After I got my first IT job, now I got really exposed to what's happening. It was no longer okay, we're in the classroom, they're telling us, oh, so and so things may happen, these things are actually happening, so and so things, when they happen, please do this. Now the counter text to the text of things that they were preparing us for actually happened. So yeah, so basically it was that, and then now we came about my experience, especially being first time exposed to the tech space now as a working tech person. So now I'm in a space which is male dominated. Tech, it's very it doesn't matter even if you're in software development. So maybe another thing that I forgot to mention, now I'm in software development, which is the development of applications, websites, mobile applications. So all those types of things, that is the huge umbrella that I fall under, software development. And so now,
Mark Zuckerberg, so.
Okay, yes, maybe yes. So I'm in that field, and then IT is very a broad industry basically. So there's other streams that are under IT, which is IT support, IT. So there's a lot. So so I'm basically under software development. So now back to the story of me actually having my first job. So tech space is a male-dominated industry. I'm the only female there. So now I have to come to terms with a lot of things. Okay, my confidence, the way I do things, the way I approach things, my performance needs to be on par. Because now I'm not even looked now in terms of I'm just an employee. I'm also looked into I'm female. Because now we come into the realization in this century that we're in, but because women take up spaces that male only were taking up in the past. So now you have to be as competitive as the male person.
Yeah.
So when you're a woman, you have to be competitive. You need to just possess those traits of being competitive, being performing, and now also you can perform there, but you need to perform twice as more because you need to prove yourself. You need to prove yourself and also prove that not only you're a woman, you can do even stuff that males can do, even much more better things that they can achieve. So yeah, so it was basically that, being exposed to that space. It was a good experience basically, because now I got exposed to a lot of things, being there, present, working, and yeah, it was.
Yeah, you said you have like a hard head, right? So didn't you punch anyone there?
No.
You didn't fight? Yeah. You said it yourself, so
no, I said I was stubborn. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I didn't. But now, what is very important, especially when you're breaking through, is always keep a clear communication with your supervisor. If there's any like problems that arise in the workspace, always keep clear communication. Oh, supervisor, I don't like this and this.
Okay.
And I didn't like how the other colleague of mine spoke to me or addressed the situation that we had. Always make sure we have a clear and straightforward communication with the supervisor of maybe things you might not like. So yeah.
So does your love for communication stems from there? Because you said your ex didn't communicate and now you're still about communication, so is it your thing? Communication
is very important. It's number one. It's number one. It's
very
very number one. You need to know how to it's not even knowing how to articulate yourself, but getting the point across is very important. Because people like now to beating around the bush and now your point is not made. So make sure you are clear throat on what point you are making, straightforward. So I know and I don't get the mixed I don't get mixed signals or different analysis of the of what point you're making actually. So it's very important to get your point across straight on.
You taught me so much today, especially that one is to get to the point. So I'm gonna get to the point also of trying to understand. Now that you are in tech, you are doing software, please give me a clear analogy as to what traits do I need to have to be a suitable candidate in the tech space.
Okay, communication. I feel like I've been saying this a lot. Communication is number one. Analytic problem solving. You need to be a problem solver. You need to be a problem solver, because before you even touch your machine and code, even your first lines of code, you need to think properly.
First line, you must think.
Just think the overview. If we're doing this application, we must think, why are we doing it? Who is it for? Why do they need it? Basically, you think of the strategy first. So
have gray hair soon.
So you need to be a problem solver. Number two. Number three, you need to be a team player. Team player is very important, because you can't do it alone. You really can't. Even if you are doing an individual project, you need maybe your mentors or people who have more knowledge than you, who you can ask anything when you want to. Number four, you need to be dedicated. There's times when you're gonna feel like you want to quit, for sure. There's times you're gonna feel like, hi, this other guy I saw or on LinkedIn, they have these cool projects. They're better than me, obviously, because I see them producing work week after week after week. Hi, I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. So basically now you kind of develop imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is very common in this field. When you feel like you're not enough, you're not doing enough, but every day. Because at home, even when I try to break it up in smaller pieces, what is coding, I just say it's maths. I just say it's maths because you need to practice every day. Because with maths, if you don't practice every day, I'm sorry, you're gonna forget what you learned last week. You need to practice each and every day. So in school, most they said maths, when you practice maths, they say practice makes perfect. It's the same thing with code. You need to constantly keep up.
So every day
it's fast paced. You need to constantly keep up, because you will get that. This morning, for example, they say, okay, a new AI was developed. You need to know. You need to Be up and
up
to date with the news. What did Elon Musk do now? What did AI?
Yeah.
What AI Elon Musk just improved on? You need to be well informed. Number 4, well informed of what's happening around you, because now your space is not it doesn't correlate to you alone, but to people around you in terms of worldwide. What's happening worldwide? What is AI? Yeah, well, if you're not knowledgeable, you're not knowledgeable enough. You research more. What is AI? What are these AI things? How AI are gonna take our jobs? Just research further. You're gonna see what is this whole notion of people saying AI might take up jobs. Why? And you just research a little bit more further than you would. So well informed, and then fifthly, just stay committed. You just need to commit. You just need to commit yourself that you're gonna do this, because it's very possible. Yeah, it's not easy, but it's very much possible. But I don't think any job out there is easy. No job is easy, but you just have to be committed. And just stay focused. Yeah.
I'm so surprised to hear that tech is based on problem solving at the time, and then you have to practice every day. Count me out on that. And easy, I would rather read every day than to do coding, right? So one thing you spoke made sense to me. Not really say made sense, but stuck with me, is the fact that you spoke about problem solving, right? You come from a township. You pointed out problems of not having role model. Can't we code role models or something?
Not really.
Is that possible? So on these huge problems that we face on a daily basis, guys, we have AI and social media showing these images and videos to people, like brainwashing them as to this is your role model, these are the things you need to achieve, right? So we understand that those certain things are problems, like certain posts are a problem, but with AI and coding, those things can have a solution, right? So based on your understanding and knowledge and experience on the software part, software development, what solutions do you feel like, okay, maybe not now, you would love to see in the future, or maybe solutions that are already there but we are not aware of? Maybe just clue us up on those.
Just basically having like platforms, basically, because also in the township most we face a lot of crime, and crime is an ever-ending headache, because we've been experiencing it since the start of townships, basically. So we just need more. We need more applications, maybe, or more platforms that you can get alerted of what's happening. But now this whole implementation of these applications, of being alerted of what's happening, of which roles to not go into, we need more. We need more in terms of, we need more developers from the townships to take a stand together, and also we need more investors to believe in the township, because even investors now, they tend to invest on something that is going to be very beneficial also to them. But we need more of notable figures to take up on the stance of, yes, these are the problems that township people are facing in the townships. Why should we solve them in terms of technology? Making applications, making platforms where you can be alerted, making application for your local business there by the corner of, it's selling the local foods, but now I can't reach it if I say I stay 20 minutes away. So making modernized, because I feel like township still needs to be modernized in terms of having more platforms like this, because we see in the burbs, or we see maybe in other well-established places, there's these platforms present of all the business there, and making these business also have the platform that you can reach them just on your phone, because in the phone I feel like we are on our phones a lot, and it doesn't make sense for these things to not be implemented anytime sooner, because we're already on our phones a lot. So the more we get exposed, the more platforms and application we can find just by a simple click in your phone. It will solve a lot of problems. So we just need a lot of people to come together and just form a formidable strike force of solving issues.
That's great, man. I wish we can see more of those because, as you were saying, in the township we have a lot of crime, right? I'm still asking myself, why don't we have CCTVs all around?
Yeah.
Right? Why don't our phones get trackers? Maybe we build apps that are built in on the phone.
Yeah.
And if you wipe it out, that app still comes in, like when you buy a new phone, Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp, sometimes are always built in on that phone, right?
Yeah.
So I wish, you can develop something like that, right? Maybe in the later stages in life. So there are some people who are in the Eastern Cape who are not really privileged when it comes to things like AI, right? So I would love to hear your message to them as people who want to get into the tech space as a woman, man. Like, there's a lot of issues that you face generally just by being alive, right? Like being on the tech space is also another issue, right? Or another factor. And then there's someone who lives in Eastern Cape, which even makes it even worse, right? So what would you say to them? And just like, I feel like this time around we need to encourage others to never give up, man.
Yeah, I feel like circumstances, especially as a black child, that we will find ourselves maybe growing up or maybe even still find ourselves in the daily basis, they don't define us. Because a lot of people now be like, hey, at home, they don't have food. But to be more realistic, those things cannot be a factor of you not taking a stand of your life. Those are very heartbreaking conditions to live under, but you need to be brave enough. Bravery is very important now, because one thing about life, it doesn't nurse anybody. It doesn't nurse anybody. You need to be strong enough, because sometimes there's that thing of life is unfair, because you find people who had better prospects in their life compared to you maybe, but now you'd be like you like always weighing, okay, this other person had a much more better life than me. Life is so unfair. But you need to just everybody has their own story. You need to not take away from anyone's story, but not take away from your own story too. And just accept what you might be going through or what you might have to live through every day. But you need to be brave. You need to believe in yourself. Because I feel like sometimes we look for figures, role models to look up to, but we just have to look up to ourselves. Because I feel like the biggest demons that we can face in our lives is ourselves. Because we can blame it on a jealous person or a jealous friend or a jealous neighbor, but the first person who has to believe in yourself is the person you see when you look at yourself in the mirror. It's yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You need to affirm, yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm this and this, because now in life we're not the same. We're not the same financially. We're not the same as people. But you need to believe in yourself. It starts with you.
Give it up for Buhle! That was a killer motivation, man. And now I'm sitting here thinking, who did I see in the mirror today? Was it me? Yeah, but I love that guy. And I saw that mirror. So, Buhle, man, I'm so glad to have this conversation now, especially the fact that you are not holding back this information, right? Yeah. So, you spoke highly about being in the tech as a woman, man. Like, you spoke about your dissatisfactions about the industry and your highs and lows in it, right? And even your parents said, Mish, we don't really know what you are doing, but maybe you should pursue it, right? So how much money can I make if I get into this industry, number one? Is the money here in this industry? Can I be rich if I'm a programmer or
yes, you can.
Software? Can I make money?
Yes, you can be rich in it, but now the problem of wanting money quickly, you're not gonna get it now, Yeah, some because it does have money. It really does have money, and also maybe why a lot of your students when they enroll in universities they be like, I want to do IT because it pays a lot. But I think that shouldn't be a motivation of actually doing anything. That shouldn't be your motivation to pursue any career of the money. But money is important, and it is there, but it takes time because now there's levels to this thing. As much as you get more experience, as much as you become more skilled, now your starting amount increases by then and then and then and then. So it takes time, like with any career basically. It's not skyrocketing, but because now people like to look at special cases of your Elon Musk and your Mark Zuckerberg. We're not gonna be Mark Zuckerberg, all of us, but now it's from case to case. Yeah.
There is money.
There is money.
Yeah. Maybe I need to invest in that field. Maybe I need to have friends who are there, because I run this digital magazine, which is called Lofty Magazine. Please go and check it out. We're dropping it at the end of September. Go check out our magazine. It's called Lofty Magazine. It has anything based on fashion, events, what do I call, models, luxury brands and everything, man. We're dropping it at that time, right? So if you want to promote your brand in that magazine, please feel free to DM us. We're gonna leave social media links here on our description, on this post, on this video. You can DM us, call us, we are here. So what do you think people are letting it slide? What are those things that are ladies letting them slide in terms of this industry? Like, for an example, do you, when you work with these men, get those catcalling, like, yeah, understand? Are those things common in this field? Or maybe guys want to say, hey, my man, I can show you extra skills in my, bedroom. Like, is it something that happens every time, or how does one get to see that here males are really showing their strength here in terms of, hey, we are dominating here, so it's either you follow our rules or you are out. So what are some of those things maybe you had seen or heard of?
Okay, for me personally, I don't have experience of any of those things.
Yeah.
And also in the spaces that I'm in terms of maybe the events, tech events that I'm attending, where I meet other female tech enthusiasts, there hasn't been any case of that. I don't know, maybe it might happen into just another random tech lady out there, but for me personally, it has not have been an issue. The issue it's just been competitive space. Men are very competitive, and that's a good trait that they possess, and willingly wish more females were like that in terms of being more competitive and just holding their ground, basically, because a lot of men hold their ground, are very competitive, even if they're not the most skilled, but they're gonna mask it as if most skilled, but even if they're not the most skilled, but they're gonna just I wouldn't say fake it, but they're just gonna pretend like they know, just to get a feel of what the other maybe male is. The other male knowledgeable as much as I am, are they more knowledgeable more than me? So they're very competitive. And when you're in the tech space now and you're a female, and maybe you perform, you may feel maybe sometimes it can be intimidated. But intimidation can only go too much to the point that you should just perform. You should just perform, even if they're intimidated. Because intimidation, you could have felt that even if with other female colleagues. But it's a very competitive space. You need to keep up. You need to possess that, because I feel like a lot of females still don't believe in themselves in terms of in this tech space. Because I feel like us women, we are afraid of skills like this. When it comes to being the best programmer, and you are female, you still trying to gauge enough confidence within yourself and draw strength from within. So we need to be as competitive as them, and not be afraid of being the best, even if it means being the best more than your male colleagues. It's just okay. And even if people feel because even if people may size your skills or may may just weigh your skillfulness in comparison to them, don't let that get to you, because it's just with any career. And but you shouldn't, even women shouldn't feel like intimidated being a smaller percentage of women taking up space in the tech. So yeah, it's very important to just believe in yourself and just go about and just learn one or two traits one or two traits that they possess. It will take you a long way. Yeah.
Yeah. So are there any like high status coders like that are female in the industry? Or maybe it's still new for women to even get that high in this industry?
I think they are, but I think they are. Yeah, I think they are globally also, and a lot of people often disregard women in terms of being in a tech space, in terms of what input do they bring upon. But women have been in this have been in this tech space for as long as men has been also. It's the same. Even the first computer was made by a woman. So yeah. So it's very important to knowledge yourself on these things, that women really do take up space, even if it's a small portion. But they do. They're very influential women out there who are doing IT. And we need more. Yeah, it's never enough. We need more.
More. Yeah. So who's your favorite person? Like, who do you look up to now when it comes to the IT space? Like when I say look up to, like the person you feel like if you can hold their position, you are. Maybe not Mark Zuckerberg this time around. Maybe not Elon Musk, but maybe it's someone you don't know. But who do you aspire to be like?
I wouldn't say I aspire to be them, but there's no particular person. It's just I take inspiration, bits and pieces from multiple people, and just take what I like from that develop, or I like the ambition that this other developer has, or I like this. So bits and pieces of all their positive traits that really prove them to be better, and then just mold into what I actually want me to be. Yeah. So it's not any particular. It's not any person in particular. Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Yeah. So like, where are you taking the skill to? Like, when you say you had achieved in this field, what can we see to say, yeah, Buhle now she has made it? For an example, when I made it on the media space, it's when I go global, whereby I do events coverage, like for Glen 21 events, for an example. So Glen 21 is the events company that probably brings international celebrities here in South Africa.
Yeah.
Like your Tony Braxton, right? So if my company can do the full events coverage, that's when I can say, I've made it. So for you, what's your bar to say, okay,
that I need to say it? Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like the bar that I need to set in is starting from my township. Start there, in terms of making a boot camp for the kids in my township, and actually start younger, not in terms of just after high school. Just make them learn the skill even much earlier, maybe in their primary school years. So create that coding boot camp for smaller children, from younger children. And also now having also a web agency for the IT people in the townships also, and then this will hail from being the youth. So actually creating job opportunities for them in a way like that, because issues that we face as township and as a country, I cannot solve them, but you need to start small. You need to start small, especially enriching and empowering the place that you come from. So a web agency and a coding bootcamp. That's my part.
I'm so inspired, man. Like, I've been pursuing around for quite some time. Didn't know that you have this type of dream that you want to achieve. You have these ambitions basically about in life, and I'm so glad to have crossed paths with you. And the fact that now we are sitting here and we say we are the first people to say we glorify Buhle. But Buhle, remember, you are the one who approached us. Can you please tell our viewers, man, like, what did you see in us that made you say, okay, this is the platform I feel like my story needs to be shared first? What about us?
I feel like this platform was lacking just someone from the IT space. Yeah, it was just lacking, and only now it could be a way of maybe more people who are in the IT space can be part and can share the stories, because everyone's story is unique to themselves. So maybe this now is just the stepping stone of other IT people to now share their stories, their journey, and what aspiration that they want to, and take up space Yeah,
they most definitely need to take up space everywhere they go, man. Like, they definitely need to show up and be confident, communicate, solve problems. And you spoke about Python. Hey, this Python, I can't forget this Python thing, man. Like, Buhle, on my end, man, I just have to say thank you for pulling through, man. Like, I'm truly honored to be sitting with a woman on Women's Month. It's still Women's Month. Let's chat about that. You are a woman. What is happening, man? Like, well, how is this Women's Month for you? Are you feeling like a woman? Are you being celebrated? How are things for you?
Yeah, this Women's Month has been really cool. I've been involved in a lot of tech events that are just for women, encouraging them that we're not a lot, but the very few of us take up space, just make yourself be known, and just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. So there is initiatives, small bits and pieces that recognize women, but there's initiative that celebrate women and encourage them, but more and more.
I'm glad, man, to hear that at least you are being pampered on this Women's Month, and the fact that you are being shown, you are present in the tech space, and as a woman you are who you are. So what does your future look like for this year, like in terms of tech? Like, are you pursuing any diploma, any degree maybe next year, or what's in the pipeline for Buhle with IT and software development?
Okay, what's in the pipeline for me this year is just having a job again. Because the job I had last time was just an internship and it ended. So I'm currently looking for other job opportunities in the meantime for any software development roles. And also constantly learn, constantly upskill. That's what I do on a daily basis. Keeping up to check and to par with everything and being knowledgeable about stuff on the go. So that's what I do in the moment.
I know you're an A student, as we said before, so you just need to go also on the net, filter it down to Cape Town, and you're definitely gonna find something. I mean, like, you are this smart, you are this beautiful, you are this articulate, so what more can people say? You've been around, man, so you now call them Igavi. So do you feel like township girls are corrupted mentally in terms of understanding language, cause slang language, right? Because me, when I date a girl, I would expect her to be feminine, like, hi Sia, no Sia, don't touch me, and have that, understand? So when I like coffee, except for you, so you have that, you understand? So do you feel like it's the township that made you like that? Or for you, is that how you show your feminine side?
No, I grew up with a lot of cousin brothers, and with the siblings that come after me are male, so I've been around mostly their energies. So it's basically that. It's nothing much from that, but just basically that, And also I tend to have a lot of male friends more than females.
Is it?
Yeah.
Male friends? Wow. I don't know about that. Can a girl be friends with a guy?
Oh yes, they can. And
For how long?
I go.
Yeah.
But they can, and it can actually be very platonic.
So it can be a wolf being friends with a sheep. It's like that,
It's not the same thing,
So
but yeah.
every day it's like there's saliva and be like one day.
Not really.
Is it? Okay.
Not really.
So I saw a small clip from Future saying if a girl can be friends with a guy as long as she's not my girl.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, you have these types of guys. So Buhle, if I want to work with you, I have the job opportunity. Where can I find you? Like, how can I connect with you? Or maybe if I want to learn more about coding, how can we become friends? And moving forward, we share everything together.
Okay. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Buhle Qampi on LinkedIn. Is I think my profile picture will show and you see, okay, that is her.
Yeah.
Also
and stunning looking.
And also maybe you can find me on. You can just email me because I do have a Facebook account, but it's not active. It's not active. I'm not even logging in there every day. So so you can find me on LinkedIn, Gmail. Gmail, it's buhle777@gmail.com, and then maybe on Instagram also you can find Buhle also. Also there's a profile picture, you'll see, okay, it's me. So yeah, that's where you can find me on those 3 platforms. Yeah,
I know, that's amazing, man. I feel like we spoke a lot about the things that needed to be talked about, or things that we needed to share with the public. And now they ate. You had a conversation with me and Buhle, with Uta Seita at the back, operating the camera as Kenya. I understand, but Buhle, tell me something, man. Like, are you available for dating?
no, I'm not.
Okay, how many years have you been single?
For a year now.
For a year?
Yeah.
Yo, really?
Yes, I will.
So is that being single not having a status as like, I am single, but you still get services? Or no service, no nothing?
No, none of that. I don't have time for that. I'm very busy.
I'm
very busy.
Anyway, I have a single uncle at home.
Uncle? No. Not an uncle child.
And then, okay, good. I thought maybe you might want to build something, and have. So are you having plans to be married one day?
Yeah, maybe one day, but now it's not in the cards because go put straight on hustling, career hustling.
So you wanna be the boss lady?
Yeah, boss lady.
Yeah, boss lady vibes. Because one guy said it's an aspiration for women to get married. So I didn't understand it, but
not anymore. I feel like if you could have said that in the 90s, yes, makes sense. Maybe even our parents got married when they were younger. Because for my mother, when she was my age, she was already married. She already had me, and then now it's no. I don't aspire for that at the moment. I feel like now things are the society. It's very expensive. Standard of living. Now you need to make sure you are well off yourself first, your family first, and now worry about a stranger. Cause not now.
I wish I can have 5 kids, and I keep saying it. Yes?
Yeah.
I want 5 kids. I'm single too, guys. Single and ready to mingle. Want 5 kids. Anyway, man, this is just me speaking with Buhle. We're just chit-chatting. We spoke about the serious stuff, and Buhle, man, please find a man. I can't take it anymore. Hearing you that you don't have a guy, please do find a man. And anyway, guys, if you want to work with us, you want to come into this podcast, please feel free to DM Mr. Lofty Entertainment on all social platforms. When I say all, I mean all. Then you can go to WhatsApp, you're gonna find our links there. You're gonna have our number, you can chat anytime with us if you want to come. If you have a story, please feel free to do so. Anyway, we're gonna have a workshop coming up very soon, right? About awareness. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Peace. Sure.